feel like I'm going back to the Black Parade with this look. It's so gross. Getting in touch with my emo roots. Hey, what's up you guys? So for today's video we're going to be kind of doing this video that I saw Kathleen Lights do. I was just watching it this morning, and basically what she did was her makeup in high school, like how she would do her makeup in high school. And I kind of was having an idea of doing something kind of similar because my makeup in high school was pretty like awful and hilarious, but I just didn't know like how it would work and how I would do it, and I watched hers and it gave me a really good idea like, oh yeah, that would be a cool thing to do, if that makes sense. So shout out to Kathleen Lights, I love her. Basically what I'm doing is how I used to do my makeup in high school. My senior year of high school was not a good time. I didn't really wear any makeup, and when I did, it was like random stuff. Like that was when I really got into makeup, was my senior year of high school, so I didn't have one specific look, and I didn't wear a lot of makeup because I was not in a good mental place, and so like the motivation to actually get ready for school wasn't there because I absolutely hated school. It was terrible. High school doesn't define you. Anyway, I absolutely hated my senior year of high school, and my sophomore year I cannot for the life of me remember how I did my makeup. I don't think I had like one specific go-to look. Like I cannot remember for the life of me how I did my makeup when I was a sophomore. So we're doing the junior year scene kid emo. I was like really into like that scene phase. I watched like Marina Joyce on YouTube all the time, and I did my makeup really quite emo. So let's just get right into it. I'm starting out with just a foundation. The foundation I would use was the L'Oreal True Match, not the True Match Lumi, just the True Match in the bottle. I don't have that anymore. I don't really use it. So I'm just going to use this CoverGirl BB cream, and I would literally just apply it with my hands to, you know, my face. And yeah, that's how I did it. I didn't prime. I didn't do that. Yeah, that's how I did my makeup, with just with my hands, and it was really gross. I actually started watching makeup tutorials my junior year of high school, and the first makeup tutorial I ever watched was, well, the first one that I remember like watching and like actually wanting to like do the look was this sweet girl Shiloh from Beauty from the Streets. I don't think she makes videos anymore, but she did like a Perry Edwards smoky eye inspired thing, and I did that, and I thought it was so cool. I loved Perry. I still love Perry. I'm saying that like I don't anymore. I love Perry so much, and I just wanted to do the makeup like how she did, you know, like how long ago was that, like 4 years ago, you know, how she had like the really dark smokiness around her eyes. I wanted that look so bad, and so that's what I would do, and yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, I did actually wear like a relatively full face of makeup. The fact that, you know, I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't use brushes, I can only imagine how terrible it looked, but it's okay. And then I would use concealer. I used this e.l.f. concealer that was like in a pan, that was like a cream concealer that you dip your fingers into and apply, and I would wear that. I started wearing that maybe, I kind of remember when I started wearing it, I kind of halfway through my junior year, I started wearing concealer because that's when I started to get more stressed, and so it was like, oh wow, I need to conceal that, and I started getting more into makeup, so I wanted to try and actually wear a full face. The look I'm doing, I have it in mind. I remember how often I would do this. It's so gross, but anyway, I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, high school just wasn't like the best time for me, so I don't really like talking about it. You know, I was just really depressed for most of my last year of high school, and a little bit like in my junior year. Like my depression really started to like develop, I guess, my junior and senior year of high school. So I just kind of, most of like people's best times in high school were my worst because I just was so sad all the time and I just hated it. But I don't know, story for another time. I think I wore powder sometimes. I can't remember, so I'm just gonna wear a little bit to set my concealer. Honestly, knowing me, I probably didn't set my concealer, which is really scary because I've always been like a creasy, gross mess. So, but I think I did. I remember having like an e.l.f. powder foundation that I bought. Most of my makeup was from e.l.f., as it is now, because it was just really affordable, and I didn't get a job until, I didn't get my first job until my senior year of high school, and so all the makeup I was buying was coming out of, like, babysitting money.
Eyebrow, okay, sorry, my dog was freaking, like, chewing on everything. Stop! What is your obsession with paper? Freaking weirdo. is nuts.
So I did have like an e.l.f. powder foundation. All my makeup was from e.l.f. because all my money came from babysitting money. Louie, what the freak are you doing? Okay, whatever. Anyway, I remember I had like this thing from Ulta, like one of those big holiday like sets that they have like everything and they're really cheapy and bad. Had one of those and it was like a bronzer and I would use that. And so I'm just going to use this bronzer because I still don't have that crappy set obviously. So I'm just going to use a bronzer and I'm going to try and apply it the way I would apply it in high school, which was as a contour. I feel like this isn't going to look as bad as it did in high school because like now I'm like naturally wanting to like do a good job. Where's the dog? Louie! And I would honestly just contour with that because I didn't think that, like, I didn't know, you know what I mean? I just thought, oh, it's a dark powder, that's what you use to contour, even though it was really warm and crappy and it had glitter in it. Not cute. Where's the dog? Okay, there he is. Sorry, I gotta watch the dog. And then for blush, I used a blush from, again, that same Ulta holiday palette thing, but I don't have that anymore, obviously. So I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. blush palette. Just take a pink one, and I'm pretty sure I wore, I don't know. I like feel like I tried to wear a lot of blush, but then like I also tried not to wear a lot of blush because I was torn between like being dead looking emo and being like, you know, cute and dolly like. So I just wore like a weird amount of blush. So we're just gonna put on some pink. Like my makeup game was not strong. I feel gross doing this. And then I don't think I wore any highlighter. It just wasn't like a huge thing. It just wasn't a big deal to wear highlighter. So I'm not wearing any today. Did I even wear lipstick? I don't even remember having like a lipstick in high school. Oh my gosh, what fresh hell. I'm so weird. I feel weird, but I seriously don't think I wore lipstick in high school. That's hilarious. Okay, so for my eyes, what I would do, let me zoom in a little bit so we can get up close and personal. I didn't do my brows. Obviously, nobody did their brows until like pretty recently people started doing their brows. I never did my brows in high school. So let's just see. I'm pretty sure I only had like one brush. And I don't even remember if I had any brushes. I don't know. I think I did. So what I would do is I would take like a dark brown and I would basically just put that everywhere and do a smoky eye. Very loosely using the term smoky eye because now I'm doing this and I'm like, what the freak am I doing with my life? I don't like this, but it's what I would do. Huge emo. I wonder why I was single. Because I look like a freaking Louie! Goob dog. He's so irritating. I love him, but you're crazy. So anyway, yeah, I just wore like a smoky eye kind of a thing every single day. I don't know if I used black. I might have eased into a little bit of black. I had a basic concept of like blending and gradiating your shadows. So I feel like I'm just going to use the same brush and I'm going to put some black on. I can't remember exactly what I did, but I know like the gist, you know? Like I love this dog, but he's so irritating. Like all he does is chew my crap. Even when I give him like 1,000,001 chew toys, he still goes and chews like my notebooks and crap. I'm like, can you not, Slice? Anyway, I just wore smoky eye, which was basically just like ugly raccoon vibes. I was super emo. I really liked Marina Joyce. She was like all I wanted to be. Those were the tutorials I watched, were her makeup tutorials. I loved that and I really wanted to be that because when I was like in 8th and 9th grade going through my actual scene phase, when I was in 8th grade, when I was like really in my scene phase, you know, when most people, normal people go through their scene phase, I was at a school where I had to like wear a uniform and things like that. And so that, I kind of got over it. But then in 10th grade, because then in 9th grade, none of my friends were like scene emo kids, so I tried to kind of be like them and not like be emo. You know what I mean? Not do that, not dress like that and do my makeup like that because I wanted to be like my other friends. And none of them were like that. They were very different. I'm trying to find my brush. Okay, whatever. And so I never really got into it. But then I moved in 10th grade. And so I've kind of more started to just be who I wanted to be, and just like I wanted to wear emo makeup, and I wanted to wear emo makeup, and I wanted to like, you know, be a scene kid because I never got to go through my scene phase, and so I kind of was like a late scene bloomer, which is really just sad. So I'm gonna use this Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner because I want to. And the way I would do my wings, alright, sorry, my camera stopped filming. Here we go. So I'm just doing my eyeliner. Again, I watched a lot of like Marina Joyce, and like she did like really big chunky wings. Very similar to still what I do now, but also not as bad. Well, no, I mean, what I do now isn't as bad as this. So anyway, I just made a huge wing basically, and hers went like more straight up than mine did because her eyes were round, and it didn't occur to me that she was just following like her lower lash line and they went a certain way. So I just tried to make them like angle the exact same way that hers did. And so they went really high up towards my eyebrow, and then I brought it all the way in. Okay. And then just filled it in. And I would either use this kind of gel liner, or I would use the e.l.f. liquid liner in the pot. Either way, it was really hard to get a nice wing, and either way I look like a freaking idiot. So it doesn't really matter. I freaking hate this. And I hate myself for doing this to myself. I hate this. I'm like cringing. Cringe attack from how disgusting I was in high school. Okay, let's just do another wing. Here we go. Here we go. And what's sad is this probably looks a lot better than it did in high school, because now I actually have a grip on makeup. And so like my natural inclination is to blend my eyeshadow more, and I know how to actually make like a straightish wing. Like I didn't know how to do all those things in high school, you know. I wasn't very good, so I can only imagine how much worse this looked. It's funny because I was watching Kathleen Lights, and she never wore makeup in high school. Like her makeup routine was very like minimal, and then mine is like the polar opposite, like disgusting, honestly. Oh god, ew. Okay, and yeah, that's just not working, but we're just gonna leave it. Alright. Okay, and then I would tightline my eyes with the same gel liner. I still do this to this day. I tightline with my gel. But I did the entire eye. Like, I would completely ring my eye in black. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'm just gonna do that. This is so gross. But it's funny, I was wearing this makeup look because I wore this almost every day, and this boy actually told me that I was beautiful. Like, it was one of the first days, like, it was back from Christmas break, and that was when I started to, like, I had asked for makeup for Christmas, and I had really started to, like, do makeup, quote unquote. And so it was, like, one of my first times ever doing this, like, super emo, embracing the look. And he told me, this kid Dylan, I'm still friends with him, and he told me that I was beautiful. Like, he told me that I was one of the most beautiful girls he's ever seen. And it was so sweet, and I like died a little bit. And I was like, dang. And you know, I had done my makeup super gross and emo, and so that only encouraged me to do my makeup super gross and emo more. And I don't know, it was just really sweet and like hilarious, because it's like, I don't know, most guys are like, you know, when you wear a lot of makeup, they're like, you don't need makeup. But he told me I looked beautiful. I was the most beautiful girl he'd ever seen looking like this. It was grody. I don't know. I was just like, oh my gosh. I'm looking back on it now and I'm like, dang, you're crazy. Like, he's actually insane. But like in the moment, I just thought it was so cool, because like I was so nervous about how I looked. And I was so scared that, like, you know, I was like doing this whole emo thing, and I had just cut my hair into like a bob, and I had like the swoopy bangs. You know, I was going for it. And so I was really nervous about what people would say, because I looked so different, because I used to have like really long hair, and then I chopped it all off, and I started wearing a lot of eyeliner, and you know, just being who I felt like I wanted to be at that time. And I was just so nervous that, like, what everyone was gonna say. So I guess the moral of the story is just do whatever the freak you want. I'm not saying that a man's opinion matters, because it definitely doesn't, but I don't know. It's just one of those things that was like really kind of sweet because it really gave me the confidence I needed to keep being like who I wanted to be and keep continuing on with like my makeup journey and keep, you know, doing what I wanted to do. And it's just really like a big thing, I guess. And people are being like nice to you, you know? Okay, I really want to smoke out this lash line for obvious reasons because that's what I used to do. I mean, that's not what I used to do. I never did that. Oh my heck, this is great. Honestly, it doesn't look terrible. Ow, my eye is watering really bad though. I haven't put this much eyeliner on it in a while. Whew. Breathe. Okay, and then I used this Scandalized mascara that I still use today, but I wore a lot more of it than I do now because I think this is what somebody used. I watched a beauty vlogger. I think it might have been like Shiloh or Marina Joyce, I don't know. And I used this mascara, and Marina, I watched her how to get huge eyelashes tutorial, and she just wore like mascara on mascara on mascara. And so I'm just wearing, like, I just wore so much mascara. And you basically just keep layering it, and they're gonna get really clumpy and gross. And that's what I did, and that's how I did my makeup. And it was really cute. Yeah, so like when you think you put on enough mascara, like right now I want to stop, but I know I gotta put more. And even on the lower lash. Okay, I'm gonna close my door because this is embarrassing. Wow, this angle has been terrible this whole video. I'm so sorry. Okay. Alright you guys, so that's everything for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and just quick little things. This is going up at back to school time, so I just thought I'd mention it. High school doesn't last forever. You're gonna change, thankfully, and you're gonna move past it, and you're gonna grow up, and life is just gonna get better than high school. Don't worry so much about it. High school for me was freaking awful, and I looked like this every single day, and I wore freaking t-shirts from Hot Topic. Not much has changed in that respect, but you know what I mean. You're gonna grow up and it's gonna be different, and you're gonna meet new people, and life's just gonna be better. Don't worry so much about it, and learn to laugh at yourself and wearing, you know, 2-inch thick wings and no lipstick and things like that. And yeah, that's my motivational speech. Have a good day, have a good life, and stay gold.